Okay, looks like I just bought myself a shirt, which I thought was really good price. Just up the corner shop up there. 70,000 dong for the shirt. I thought she was misquoting me. It's so cheap. It's absurdly cheap. It's what's about $4, $4 Australian. I mean, may not be them. I guess it's probably from China, but it might be local. Who knows? But gee, that's cheap. Look, okay, nice and light for this area. Not gonna worry me with the packing. Also got to use a little bit of my own Vietnamese. Very useful phrase is, if I can think of it, that would help. Bao New Tien, and that just means how much money. If you say Bao New, it just means how many, but if you add Tien, it actually specifically means how much money. And both of the people I dealt with, I bought a shirt off that girl, and I put my shorts in for repair to get the zip repaired. That was quoted at 30,000 after I used the same phrase. He understood me, which is amazing. So some of my study in Vietnamese is actually paying off, which is good. So that's great. And it really doesn't take too much effort to learn a couple of phrases. I would plead with you to learn the phrase "gum on," just say thank you, and "sing loi" for sorry. So yeah, it definitely helps. Learning a bit of the lingo is important. I'm just walking down a street that you may remember from one of my other YouTubes over a year ago, when I was actually staying across the road from here, down a laneway. That was the homestay, with the really nosy people running it who wanted to know who I was having to my room and what have you. I don't think I'm going to get that sort of surveillance this time. It's looking a lot better. So that's good. And yeah, I'm not as far away from this area as I thought I was. But it was good that I bumped into my old mate, the food seller, who's from Sydney. He said that, I think he said 15 years ago, but he still remembers his English. So it certainly had an impact on him. And he speaks perfectly good English as far as I'm concerned, which is fantastic, because being a blind bastard, I had no idea they had squid in the Bay Marie. It said stuffed squid. Sounds fantastic. And I mean, that would cost you a fortune in the West. The whole bill for my vegetables, squid and grilled pork came to the princely sum of 58,000 dong. So you know, that's just crazy. $3 or so. It's just ridiculous. And it's good quality. I've been there before. I used to eat there all the time, and it's good nosh. So you've got to love this place. Again, you just got to know where to go. Yeah, it's okay. We can go. Pretty busy road here. You want to be careful crossing it. Really nice little park there. I actually walked through the park today. I hadn't done that before, so that was quite pleasant. I overshot it. I went through this entrance over here, and I went too far. I couldn't estimate the distance too well. I'm actually closer to my place than I thought. So it's all fitting into place now. As long as I get some decent healthy food, I'm happy. And I've got at least 2 outlets that I can get that from. There's also a couple more decent food sellers up the road that way. So there's a lot of availability there. Still haven't even gone to the co-op yet. There's really not much need, because the main thing a co-op offers is a little bit more variety. Price-wise, I've found that the price of things like orange juice or whatever is pretty well the same at one of your little marts, your mini marts. There's not that differentiation you have in the West, where the small outlets are generally pretty expensive compared to big supermarkets. It doesn't quite work that way. You might get a fractional discount, but it's not worth worrying about, seriously. But I will check out the co-op up there at some stage when I come back to pick up my repaired jeans. I think it's 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be ready. If it, I don't think I want to make a special trip for that, although I suppose if I go to the pub again tomorrow, which is unlikely, I could walk via this direction, I suppose. A bit out of my way, but it's okay. I don't know, not sure, but work something out. But yes, all my shopping's been going pretty well on this trip so far. I guess it's because I know the place reasonably well, and you know, if I was a greenhorn tourist without any language skills or understanding of how things work here, you know, you could pay a lot more for what you're getting and get, you know, the quality, you can get amazing quality at a reasonable price. You just know where to go. And this is in the centre of the city. God knows how cheap it'd be out in the countryside. But this is a little oasis here, up this park. I'm sure it's cherished by the locals. People who are living here or working in this part of town, they love this. This city does need lungs, and this is something that you just don't seem to get in a place like Bangkok. It's probably that French influence. This boulevard of trees that we're walking down, open spaces. This is just, so I think it's very Parisian. So you know, colonisation did have its benefits for the Vietnamese in certain ways. I'm sure that they'd had plenty of disagreements on me on that, on a political level, but as far as culturally is concerned, it's given them a bit of a melting pot. I mean, God, I'm a bloody Anglo. If you go back to my history, the British Isles, how many times did the UK and United Kingdom in general get invaded? All the bloody time. So, you know, even though it was an island, it still got it in the neck a lot. The newer island I live on, Australia, doesn't seem to be quite as accessible. So, but you know, if there's a will, there's a way. We still got quite a lot of boat people when the doors are open a bit to those refugees at one stage. But yeah, it's a great place here. A little humid today, but it's not bad. Still not using the aircon, and it's funny, the maid, every time she comes in, she feels compelled to switch the bloody aircon on. I don't know if they'd need it. I doubt whether they'd want it at this temperature. They wouldn't need aircon. You'd have to really be sensitive to heat, because I'm sure a local would find this to be cool. It doesn't worry me, but then, you know, this is not dissimilar to what I have in Cairns now. It's very similar, actually. And you know, I have blankets over me at night. I need to warm up a bit, if anything. It's certainly not the hottest time of the year here. It's quite pleasant. It's just prone to rain a fair bit. So you just have to accept that. Monsoon type area. I think I'll stop babbling now. It's going to be interesting. I'm near my food place, and where Stanley has all this beautiful food. Now over this left here is where I left my pants to get the zip added. Quoted 30,000 dong. I think I was supposed to pick it up at 5 o'clock yesterday, but don't hold me to it. I'm only guessing with our mangled English and Vietnamese between the two of us. But hopefully the guy will be here, first off, and secondly we'll have it waiting for me. So let's hope. Oh, here we go. Here he is. Yeah, fingers crossed. Xin chào. Done? Okay. Oh, we might have had success here. Ah, okay. Looks good. Just YouTube.
Camera.
For YouTube. YouTube, you know YouTube? Yeah, called GoPro. Very good. Good for travel.